What's up everyone, and welcome to another episode of Diaries. Today, as you can see, I've added a few things on my bike. Got back this selfie camera angle, so you guys can see my nice helmet. And I added this windshield, which I thought would protect my face from winds when I'm riding, but instead it's now blocking the wind from my chest and blowing all the rest of the wind into my face. Yeah, so you might find this footage a bit more noisier than the rest. And also I added this handphone charger. As you can see, I have a cable running here, and right at the back on the right of the meter there is a USB port. And I have made a installation video for, guide for the USB charger, so you guys can I'll attach the link in the description below. Go watch it and learn how I added this charger onto my bike if you're interested. This USB charger is quite cheap. I got it from I think eBay or Amazon for only about 13 Singapore dollars. And I think it's very useful for myself because sometimes I wake up and forgot to charge my phone, so I can now charge my phone while I'm on the way to work or anywhere else. So if you're interested in how I installed this on my bike, and click on the link below and watch the video. So I haven't been making videos for a while. Really I'm sorry for that because I have no time. Yeah, of course, having no time is an excuse, but I really cannot bring my GoPro to work, and that sucks because that's like Monday to Friday, and shit always happens on Monday to Friday, so I'm missing out on a lot of footage that is interesting. And just today, as I was riding to Changi, yeah, I got into a road rage incident with this fucking driver. So what happened was I was in the first lane and following behind my colleague, just like this distance. He's driving in front and I'm riding right behind him in the first lane, and then this white SUV, if I'm not wrong, it's a Hyundai Tucson. So what happened is he was in the third lane and he wanted to cut all the way into the first lane, and when he reached the second lane, I already knew that he was about to cut me off, and there was a car in front of him, like this car to the other car. So he wanted to cut all the way 2 lanes at a time, and as I was following my friend, and then he cut right beside me, he came right beside me, and you know, I knew that he was gonna cut me off, and I guessed it right. He came into my lane, forced me to back off, and so while I was backing off, I held my horn all the way. And I thought that he was going to be like at least remorseful or apologetic, but no. I overtook him on the left. I look at him, I gave him the what the fuck sign, and he totally ignored me. So I cut in front of him again, in between my colleague and that fucker, and then he started tailgating me like an inch away. Like I can see from my rear view mirror, my side mirrors, that he was like just an inch away from my box. So I was rightfully pissed off, and I should have slowed down, like moved over to the second lane again, slowed down and break his fucking mirrors. But luckily for him, I wasn't thinking straight. I was like damn right pissed off, and I didn't think straight, so I just sped off, like down a gear and went ahead. Yeah, so next time when I meet with this kind of incident again, I'm gonna remind myself to break his fucking mirror, so as to live up to my name of the Raging Rider. Am I right? Oh, same time switch lanes. Yeah, so anyway, I'm trying to ask my superiors if I can bring a helmet camera into camp. Of course, turning it off before I enter the camp, but there are some different views on this GoPro issue, because it's actually an action camera, but not a onboard camera like a car. So technically it's not allowed. It's not called onboard camera, so I'm not able to bring it in. But yeah, I talked to Ray's Primus from another channel, another Singapore motovlogger. You can check out his channel. I commented on his video when he went to in-camp training, and he was vlogging right before in-camp training. So I was asking him, how did you bring your camera into camp? So he said he turned it off right before entering the camp, and the guards were okay with it. So I'm hoping that the guards will be okay with it when one day I try to bring it in. If not, I'm gonna be fucked and it will be confiscated, which will suck. So another way to do it is to put a camera like this, but of course you won't be able to hear me vlog while riding, so it really doesn't help the whole motovlogging issue from Monday to Fridays. Yeah, so do give me your suggestions on how I can continue to vlog on the weekdays when I'm going to work. So last week I went to my mechanic, and because my bike was leaking for a few days straight, so I knew there was something wrong with my bike, and my mechanic told me that the seal behind my inner sprocket is worn off and has to be replaced. So I asked him how much is it to replace it, and he said, oh, there are a few ways to go around replacing it. And he said the economical way is to take out the seal and then insert another seal by modifying it so it goes in straight without having to open the bottom, and that will cost around $100 and something, about 120. Yeah, then I asked him, so what's the proper way to do it and how much does it cost? And he told me, oh, the proper way to do it, well, it's gonna cost you he said I normally charge people $800 for this kind of job, because he has to dismount the whole engine from my bike, turn it over and remove the bottom of the belly pan or something like that. Yeah, so he has to remove it and take out the seal, put back the new seal. Yeah, and the $800 is just to remove the engine from the bike, and then add on $120 for the part itself. So that would cost about 1,000, man. That's crazy. So he told me because I knew him for quite a long time, he's gonna give me a special price of $500, which is honestly not within my budget of repairing a leak. Yeah, so I told him let's just go with the economical way, and he warned me that this method doesn't guarantee the lifespan of the seal, so it may pop out anytime because it's just held on by gum, and once it wears off, the whole thing might just drop out. Yeah, and all the oil will be spilling out like worse than before. So well, that would suck if one day it comes down to that, but yeah, I have to go with that because I don't really have that much money right now. And he changed my engine oil as well because he has to change it because the seal was below the oil level. And so he filled the engine oil with fully synthetic, proper motorcycle fully synthetic oil, and I can immediately feel the difference, man. So that comes to my point of put proper engine oil in your bike, because don't follow my footsteps of putting car engine oil, because that's just stupid. It has different properties. A car's engine works in a different way. It has a gearbox oil and engine oil. It's different. But for bikes, it's the whole engine and gearbox is using the same oil, so that's why it's more expensive. So what kind of difference do I feel? I felt that my clutch slip was not so obvious anymore. It's like an improvement of up to 90% or 80%. Yeah, I used to feel clutch slip every time I rev it up in gear 3, but now I feel minimal clutch slip, and it feels a lot smoother, and it's easier to get into gears or shift up gears and down gears. So I learned my lesson. I hope you learn it from me as well, that you should use proper engine oil. Alright, so that's all the time I have now. I'm reaching my girlfriend's workplace, so thanks for watching, guys, and stay safe on the roads.